Gearbest have kindly sent me the Feilun FX133 to review. Now, I knew it was a mini quadcopter, and the thing I'm a little bit uncertain about is, I mean, it is a mini quadcopter, and as you can see in fantastic Tigger RC review colours, white box, black and bright orange quad, so absolutely spot on for that. But the actual size of the box is incredible for what it is. I mean, these things usually come in a box sort of that size and about 1.5 inches thick, so pretty gobsmacked at the size of it. So we'll find out what's inside in a second. The only other information it's got on here is the features and specifications on the back here, as you can clearly see, and running through the key points of it. But what I'm really interested in is getting in and actually seeing what's in here. Run through batteries and warnings and everything as usual. Then open it up, you've got a massive amount of space around it. The actual quadcopter itself, which is, like I say, rather cool looking. And then we come into the reason why the box is so big. You've got a massive, great transmitter in there, so that should be really comfortable to fly, and I'm hoping it gives us good range. And that's everything out, and as you can see, this literally just dwarfs everything else. Actually, if they made a bit more space in here, you could probably transport the quad and all your spares in it, because it absolutely weighs nothing. There you go, it's virtually nothing at all. You do need a couple of AA batteries for it, and they're not supplied. It's not altitude hold, you can tell because the throttle is loose, so it's not going to centre. And it actually feels really nice in the hand. It's got these sort of big bulgy bits here. It does feel quite plasticky, as you would imagine. It's a toy grade transmitter, but that sort of grip around the back here is really nice, and certainly when it's around the right way for me, you sort of feel it would fly really nicely. The ideal for thumbers or pinchers, nice big for thumbers, I must admit. It does feel good. And yay, they've actually marked what these things are, so for reviewers like me that do quite a few reviews, it's really nice to have these. We don't have to constantly change what we're doing. And it's obviously got auto land as well, which is rather nice. So look forward to giving that a go. On to the other and probably the more major thing is the actual quad itself. Little mini quad, as I say. I'll put the dimension across there down the bottom, and you get a USB charger for it. I can't actually get in to see what the actual battery is, but we charge at, so it's a single cell definitely, charge at 4.2 at 500 milliamp hours, so I would have thought that's going to take, about 40 minutes to charge, something like 30-40 minutes I would imagine. Can't imagine it's going to be a big battery in here, that's for sure. And that simply just plugs in there, so it's a really nice simple system. Only goes around the one way as well. It's got a little tab sort of lock there, and the plastic's cut out there, so it's really good. And prop guards come off, you just slide them down. It's unusual because they almost look individual, and most of them are complete fours, but this is actually 2 2s to do this, which is quite an unusual way of doing it. They certainly will protect the props, or protect what the props are going to go into, obviously, and even that way, so if it's up on your ceiling or anything, you're not going to scratch or damage anything, which is good. And of course you get 4 spare props as well. So we've got the quad on charge, always a good time to go through the manual, and this one's a great little manual. A5 in size, and as you can see, very clear black print on white. And first of all, a quick run through little bits and pieces on the actual quad, sort of main call outs. A nice index, so if you're new to flying, you can jump back and forwards and find out what bits you actually want to read up on. What comes in your box, your charging methods, and onto the actual quad itself. A nice drawing and call out of all the controls on your actual transmitter, and the translations from Chinese to English are really good. I haven't noticed any sort of howlers, because sometimes there's some really bad ones that you would totally confuse someone who's new to flying. Haven't come across one on this yet. I'm not convinced it hasn't been written by someone who's English actually, so very good indeed. And then replacing the props, etc., and then sort of troubleshooting. So that's exactly what a good manual should be. Okay, so we've got this great looking little quad and this massive great transmitter. It's still really light even with the batteries in, but it does feel nice in the hand. So let's give it a go. So it tells you to turn the quad on first of all, which is fair enough. I actually played around with the LEDs. They're not very bright, are they? We'll see, I might turn the lights off, see how they get on, but no, they're not particularly bright. Then on with the transmitter, get flashing LEDs, and up and down to bind, and then we're all bound, and then the LEDs stop flashing. If you need to calibrate it, then it's simply down and out on those, and that's us all calibrated, and we should lift off then. Yeah, lovely. Nice and simple. I love the way everything's badged up. Oh, nice. God, these are lovely on your thumbs, these. I wonder what they're like for pinching. Oh, yeah. God, it's a lovely flyer. Who needs altitude hold when it just sits like this? Lovely. Having said that, it's now dropped. Typical. Ah, that's nice. Actually, even in low rates, it's quite wee. Those LEDs are quite bright when you sort of head on to them. We've got any slight angle, you can't see them really, but no, if you're dead onto them, lining up is no problem. Actually, it's a faster rate than a lot do in low rates. Okay, let's try a couple of flips to see how we get on. Whoa, that's rapid, but boy, that drops a bit, doesn't it? Let's try that again. Oh no, that was fine that time. Perhaps it was me. Yeah, no, that flips quite nicely actually. If you like flipping. Let's alter the... Oh, let's try the auto landing bit. So just go press land. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh! Oh, it's coming in really slow. Look at that. Whoa, that's a different way of doing it. You always have to press it again to cancel it. That's unusual. But you watch how slow this does it. Look, I'm right up there. I'm going to go press the land now. Oh, now it won't come down. Well, this just proves that the prop guards do work. Get down. Okay, I'll kill that. Oh yeah, there we go. Whoa, nice recovery. This is my way of showing how well it recovers. Right, I'm going to show you the land again. Put it there, then auto land. And just look, it's just really slow. Bonk, there we go. Then come down to the bottom. Oh, sorry, you have to turn off the land and then it will fly again. So that's good. Ah, nice. Let's try a little bit of headless mode. So, have I got flashing LEDs for that? No. Well, that is headless mode. Yeah. Unusual not to get flashing LEDs. Ah, I'm getting a beep out of the actual transmitter. Quite quiet, but it is doing it. Or, yeah, very rarely. I'm actually going to kill that because I'm not really... There we go. That's better. Right, let's try and up the rates here then. So that's into second rate. I don't know, it might only have 2 rates actually. Nice, nice little flight. I do like this on the thumbs actually, it's really nice. Way up! Nice stuff. Way! Whoops! Oh, 2 points for that. Teach me to go too fast. Now that might have mucked up the orientation, but it hasn't. Well, that's good. I was going to say that would be a good time to calibrate if it didn't quite fly right. Lovely flyer. Yeah, really nice and precise as well. Hey, that is cool. One smart little flyer too. I don't know if it has got 3 rates. Let me just try. Yes, it has. God, that was only intermediate. Whee! Well, that is nice. Not too loud. Whee! Yep. Let me just see where that's gone. Where did that go actually? Ah! Oh, look at this for perfect landing. Gee whiz, I meant to do that. That's really good. I always land it on that chair. It's a new test that I'm doing. I think we're getting a bit low on battery, which is not surprising. That is really nice little flyer. And the transmitter feels like you could fly my Typhoon H with it, or a DJI or something. It's a massive one. Oh, there we go. And that says dead. So that was good. Yeah, lovely stuff. Yesterday I was out reviewing, and it was -4 degrees at 2 in the afternoon. Today it's just spitty with rain, and we've got
plus 12 degrees, so that's Scotland for you. Taking the prop guards off, just thought I'd give it a quick whiz around and just see how we get on. And actually what I'll do is I'll just kill the transmitter and just make sure we won't get a flyaway. Wow, that obviously just never runs out. I'll turn the transmitter off and we're just still pulsing away there. Whoa, so yeah, you might possibly get a flyaway with this one then, so I probably won't range test it too far then. So, but you don't need to really. I think these little, whoa, it flies really nicely outside. No wind today. Let's have a little bit of flip. Very nice. I do like this transmitter. I mean, it's a bit too big, I think, for what it is, especially if you want to carry it around with you. But really nice. I'm not sure we weren't dipping in and out of signal there. It seemed a bit like it. That's in second rate. Let's get it up in third rate, and oh, that's nice. Lovely little flyer. I'm going to try see whether we can do a manual flip. I was just out flipping yesterday with a little one on test as well. Whoa, perhaps not. No, this one really doesn't want to do it. Those LEDs could be a bit better, I must admit. Actually, I haven't tested the yaw. No, you don't get a drastic yaw. That's with that's in high rates, and that's in low rates, intermediate, high again. So it's definitely not an aggressive flyer. And if you're new to flying, it's really good fun. And this transmitter would give you so much confidence. It's so much easier than the other ones. The little tiny micro nano ones. Ooh! No, it certainly hasn't got enough pitch or roll to actually do any manual flipping, I don't think. Yeah, it's just a tumble. Really good fun though. Oh, I don't know if you see the water droplets on it. It's spitting with rain. It's not particularly great. Like I said, those LEDs only work when you're right on it. That's good enough range. It's probably about 20 metres. Oh, that's over 20 metres there. Those LEDs are difficult to see, I must admit. Yeah, they're not great, which is a shame, because they could have made it really stylish, but they could have given up with the styly bit and just given it some decent stuff. It's just about right on the pitch and roll, actually. It's just pretty good fun. It's really difficult to see unless you're right onto those LEDs. It's very difficult to see what way it's going. And there's no help with the props either, so yeah. There we go.
Okay, so what do I think of it? Well, really like it. Love the colours, obviously. Good Tigger colours. I've put it on top here because this transmitter is just so large for such a tiny little quad. But quick run through the transmitter, really nice to use. Just seemed, actually I flew it both ways, pinching and thumbing. Really comfortable with the thumbs, to be honest. I usually think if they haven't got any grips here, they're not going to be that good. But this was actually fine. It was really nice indeed. Landing was a bit weird, wasn't it? It was very sort of slow and came in very casually, and you could still control the direction with it, which was rather nice. It just killed the throttle basically. It then took control of the throttle. Flips were good, and the 3 speeds were good as well. Yeah, the 3rd speed was really nice. I quite enjoyed that. The other buttons are trim buttons, and I think these are both duck buttons. I've not actually found anything that they do, so I assume they are. Onto the actual quad itself, really nice little flyer, flew really well. Only slight disappointment I thought was the actual LEDs, but having said that, when I was flying around indoors, as you saw, you can see them. Yeah, you just sort of got to get online with them, and then they work fine. But they're not the brightest. I certainly had better than that, but they've sort of stylized them in to the actual black body, so that's why. And there's only tiny little holes for them. So no, really nice little flyer. And if you want a nice big transmitter with your quad, then yeah, this is perfect.